Hello everyone, this is Francis. Hope you're doing well. First of all, thank you so much for sharing your time with me tonight or today, whatever you look at it. It is a time that is precious for you and I really truly appreciate it. What I wanted to share with you is I think one of the most important lessons I've learned this year. Really one of the best lessons I've had, and I think it's going to serve you. And I think it's what I say, the biggest gift you can give yourself to expand your life and your business. Because how many of you have ever been in a situation where people are asking you a question and you have to answer, obviously, but when you answer, you might give an answer that actually is not exactly what they want to hear. And so you have to have a lot of courage to say the answer. And when you do actually answer that question, and when you are in your own truth, that's when you get the power. Let me explain you, for example, a couple of these situations. So an answer, the question could be very simple. It could be someone that say, hey, you know what, Francis, do you want to come to the party on Friday? And how many of you can be in that situations where you say that you know that if you say, no, I'm not going to come, that might hurt them. And you just say, I might. So you're just in the middle. You don't say yes, you don't say no, you just say, well, I might. So the question is, how does that serve you and how does that serve the person you're giving the answer? Living in your own truth brings so much more freedom. It's hard. It's not always easy. It takes a lot of courage and you feel like you're naked. You feel like you're vulnerable. For me, this year I've had many different situations where now I know that I just want to live in my own truth. Because this is very powerful. It could be for business. I remember like a few weeks ago, I was just with a potential customer at the time and I was ready. I was probably 95% ready on everything, all based or covered, except that at one point, my prospecting client at the time said, Francis, I know you've analyzed everything about the neighborhood, not the neighborhood, but the building, and I know that you have a good sense of the value of my apartment or my condo. Have you taken a look at all the other houses around in the neighborhood? And at that point, I thought in my head, I'm like, oh, no, I didn't take the time to do this. I didn't have the time, and I knew that you would ask the question. So now I was faced with, do I say the truth? Or do I just focus on the good things that I've done? Or should I just lie or whatever? And at the time, what I decided to say, I said, you know what? I faced the reality that I could probably lose the business. I said, yeah, no, actually I didn't. And that's the one thing that I didn't do. And I'd love to provide you that information. Silence. I was waiting for her to say something. She said, well, when can you provide the information? I said, well, I can go to a coffee shop and provide you the information in an hour. Does that work? She said, yeah, sure. Let's meet in an hour. Great. And how powerful is that? Because I was scared. I was scared to just say, no, I don't have the information. But when you're living your own truth, that's so powerful. Because I bet that at that point, she knew that I'm not lying. I just said, yeah, I don't have it. And how often do you have that situations where people are asking you a question and you're scared? You're scared to say yes or no. And you just say something in the middle. The thing is, people feel that inner conflict in our side, like inside of us. And sometimes that might be you staying in a relationship longer than you're supposed to. And you pretend. And I've done that. I've done that maybe too many times, but not anymore. Because I know how important it is to feel your inner conflict. When you're in an inner conflict, your smile's not quite the same. Your vibe's not quite the same. People feel it. Another example for me was a few weeks ago when I told you guys I was in Hawaii. And, I practice being in my own truth now. And I love this. I love it. And so at one point where, if you remember, I was in that digital silence mode and we were also doing a silent retreat. And just before it was over, we had to walk from one place to the other on the beach. And I love this leader. This leader, her name is Karen, and she's amazing. And at one point she said, okay guys, we're just gonna go from this point to the other, and I'd like you to pay attention of your senses. Fine, that's good to me. And I can't talk. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, 5 senses, it's good. So we started to walk, and Karen's just saying something like, Did you pay attention to the ocean here? Like, look how beautiful it is. Did you hear the bird? Look at a bird here. It's like, it's quite a good sound. And I'm exaggerating, but it was pretty much just directing us in all the directions with the senses. And for me, I'm thinking, well, I don't want that. Like, look, this is supposed to be silent. This is supposed to be my own experience. I don't want to listen to this. So I started to retreat. I basically left the group, and they were probably 100 meters away from me. And then we all arrived, and now we were able to talk. So, and she was explaining about the experience, and she said, so guys, do you have any questions or comment? So imagine what I had to maybe think about. I'm like, okay, so she's asking me a comment and a feedback. I have a feedback, and it might not be what she wants to hear, but I'm gonna live in my own truth. And the thing is, when you live in your own truth, you're not there to hurt anybody. You're just helping them, you serve them. And so I said, yeah, you know what, Karen? Yeah, actually, I have a comment. When the reason why I was behind is because I didn't want to hear you. And the reason why I didn't want to hear you is because, it's supposed to be silent. And I felt that you were directing us in all the directions. And to me, I just wanted to live that experience myself. Like, all you could say is just pay attention to your senses. That's it. I said, it's supposed to be silent. And I gave my feedback. The day after, Karen we were talking about different things, and she said, Francis, I talked to all the other participants, and they all agreed. And because she's amazing, because she wants her retreat to be the best ever, she adapted. And the day after, we did another walk, and it was purely silent. And that's the power of being in your own truth, because you serve people. And at the end of the day, if those people don't take it good, that's their own thing. That has nothing, your comment has nothing to do with them. It has anything to do with you and how you feel. If they decide that it's bad, that's their perception. That's not your problem. That's their thing. And if the beauty also is that the consequence that you fear, if they say something bad about you based on what you said, that has nothing to do with you. That's their own thing. That's what they think. That's not even your thing. You decide how you want to feel. You decide how you want to feel about you and think about you. If people are thinking differently, that's their own thing. And I'm going to be purely honest here because I love to be in my own truth. But, I told you last week I'm preparing to the documentary and a GoFundMe campaign because I know that this documentary is so needed. I've delayed it. I was busy with different things and I was scared. I was also scared. And I'm not going to be scared anymore. And last week, I thought that I had a team. Hi, Aaron. I thought that I had a team that could help me film something tomorrow. But there was an inner conflict. There was an inner conflict with me. And it has nothing to do with that person because she's amazing. She's done great work. She has contacts in LA, contacts with people, producers and directors. And to me to say, I'm not 100% aligned, took me a lot of courage. And I knew that I decided not to do it because I was not purely aligned. I was not in my own truth. And when I'm not in my own truth, the reality is that it's not a good thing that's going to happen. And I'm not serving that person and I'm not serving myself. And if I would have followed, I would have been in fear. And I decided to be in my own power. So hopefully you see that how personally that can help you to be in your own truth. Say as it is, because it's your thing. It's not their thing. If they decide otherwise, that's their story. That's not yours. So just be in your own truth because I can assure you, you're going to expand your life. People are going to trust you. You're going to be feeling free. And when you feel free, it shows. You are powerful. And it's such an amazing thing to live. We're here to be free and to control our own life. And people will just be attracted to you, I can guarantee. So you can expand your life and you can expand your business. If you feel that this video has helped you, or you think that somebody needs to hear that, share it and comment, please. That's how we grow each other. So I encourage you to live in your own truth this week and for the following weeks and for 2018. That's coming up fast. Because I can guarantee you're going to expand your life and you're going to expand your business and most of all, you're going to be free. So thank you for watching. Have an amazing week. Be in your own truth. Thanks for watching, guys. I love you.